Hello there! Today is going to be all about my pursuit of power. Buildcraft power, that is. In episode 34, I made this rather fine Stirling engine, which is now powering my ever-growing pneumatic power grid. But it's not very powerful. It only manages one, I don't know what the unit is, megajoule, I suppose, megajoule per tick, which isn't enough to get very much done. So what I want to do today is get my hands on some oil. So I need to do a little bit of building before we can get on to running around. First of all, you need to make a mining well. A mining well has its own use, but they're not particularly useful in and of themselves. They just dig a shaft straight down, a single square wide. So I don't really see the point of them myself, but they're a component for making a pump, which makes them all worthwhile. So it's just 6 iron ingots, a redstone dust, an iron gear, and an iron pickaxe. So there's your mining well. And then to turn it into a pump, it's, let's see if I get these the right way around. There we are. Tank on top, mining well below, and there's your pump. Now the pump doesn't require too much power to operate. You can do them with redstone engines. So what I'm going to do is going to quickly knock up a redstone engine as well. Now the power from these is very low, but they do get the job done. So that's planks along the top, glass in the middle, a wooden gear on the bottom left and right corner, and a piston. There we go. I had to think about that for a moment. There. So that's all we need, apart from maybe some pipes. I've got some extra tanks to start pumping the oil out of my local oil network. Now I've been building quite an electrical network here. If I can just get off this ladder, come on, there we are. It goes all. In fact, I'll run. There we are. I'm still not quite used to running with the double tap, but this goes all the way over to the other wizard tower, the colourful roofed one. And this is my sort of power room that carries on over there, and right under here is my enchantment chamber. I'm just going to make a few more bits and pieces, and then we'll head on up. Just a stone throw from Great Juton there. There used to be a rather impressive oil well over here, but if it looks a bit of a mess, it's because there was an almighty oil fire. There was a brief period when Buildcraft oil became flammable, before they added a config to stop it being flammable. And during that period, there was a rather nasty lightning storm. Nothing to do with Juton. He wasn't there at the time. Yes, it made rather a mess, and in trying to fix it, I lost quite a lot of oil. You can see the oil down there, all the rest of it burned away. But below this shaft, which as you can see is just 1 square wide, there should be a great big bubble of oil. So let's try and extract it. First of all, you need to place your pump directly above the well, or whatever liquid you're trying to extract. This obviously works for water as well. And as you can see, it sends a little tube down there. Now, I also need somewhere for the oil to go, and for now, this is just going to be temporary, but I'm just going to stick a couple of tanks there, and to keep things neat, a pipe between them. The pump will automatically, the pipe doesn't need to be powered. Pumps will automatically just chuck it out, so the oil will go down into that. And finally, I need something to power the pump, and for which I'm going to use 2 redstone engines. 2 should be quite sufficient for my needs. And they're not working yet, because they need to receive a redstone current, as does the pump, I think. So we just put a lever on top, give that a twist, and once that pipe gets to where the oil is, it will start pumping it up. Now, I've probably put that in slightly the wrong position, because what I want to do now is bury down so we can actually watch what's going on. This gravel pile is from my desperate attempts to put the oil fire out. I had to go all the way down here in order to, because it was slowly burning down. It burned away all the oil that was at the top, and then it was burning its way down the column. So I had to get down here and block it off, and finally managed to cap it, and all was well. Right, let's yes, there we are. So So it's just sucked up a square of oil, and there's some copper there, which I may as well snag while I'm here. Yum. And so eventually, I need to be careful here, because eventually this should open up into a great big bubble of oil, which I'm hoping to get a look at. While I'm here, I will just sort of have a little bit of a mine. The redstone engines on the surface will slowly heat up. The great thing about redstone engines is they won't explode as long as you've got them doing some sensible work. They will be slowly heating up, and as they do, they'll speed up, and this will go a little bit faster. Each of these squares of oil is a bucket of oil, and the tanks I've placed on the surface will hold 16 each, so that's 32, so that should get us down quite a way. And hopefully the engines will speed up, and things will start being a bit more impressive. Redstone engines provide very little power, but they don't require fuel. They're just magic. All that's what redstone is. Redstone is magic. So you can just leave it to do its thing. You might wonder, why don't I use redstone engines for everything if they don't require fuel? It's because they don't work for a lot of things. They don't seem to work at all with forestry equipment. Oh ho! Oh right, here we are. I guess this is we've found it. What's that? Oh my goodness! That? Well, it's a villager. It's a testificate. I'll have a word with him in a minute, as soon as this oil gets out of the way. I do believe... Right, let's see if I can do this without falling in the oil. That could be quite fatal. Hey! There we are. And get some lights up right away. That's a lost miner. He believes it seems to be stuck in the wall. If I let him out, he's crying because he's trapped and lost. If I can get him back to the surface, he will reward me, I believe. Though I'm not going to be able to get him up the way I came, because he's not particularly agile. So I need to figure out where I am. I mean, probably not a million miles away from... Well, this does appear to be part of the abandoned mineshaft network. But I don't know what bit. Oh, wait! There's a torch up there. I didn't put that there. Or at least I didn't put that there right now. That, I think, must link up to some of my previous diggings. Let's see, what's the best way to get him up there? I've got some stairs. They should do the job quite nicely. Let's see if I can do this without getting myself killed in the process. Let's see. If he'd just get out of the way, this would go quicker. Oh, well, I don't want him to fall off too many things. He'll get himself killed. There, right. Where am I? Oh, hang on. That's a dungeon. This is that dungeon I left intact. I'm beginning to wish I hadn't. But that means that down here, that's a werewolf. That's really not what we need. At least I think it's a werewolf. I don't have a silver sword with me. That'll just tear us. Where are you? Oh, now he's getting himself killed by a skeleton. Right, come with me. Come with me if you want to live. Really, that is... Come on. Can you not go around corners? What's the matter with you? Honestly. No, don't go down there either. Oh... Right, okay. He was just doing a spot of not particularly good pathfinding. So come along, old chap. Oh, I think he's afraid of something. Maybe? Or maybe he just lost me. Okay, just stay with me. Everything's going to be okay, my testificate chum. Everything's going to be better than okay. Oh! There's another one! Primitive mobs! You've been busy! Well, that makes things even more interesting. Come along. Because 2 is exactly what you need to make a village. Right, up here, right behind this wall, because I'd bricked it in, because I didn't want anything coming out. Although maybe I was a bit too thorough. I don't know where I'm going now. How thoroughly did I brick this in? Very, very thoroughly. Oh, right. Well, there's my power network. Well, that's not where I want to be at all. Well, I've made a right old mess of this then. Never mind. It's all worth it. I will fix these holes later. Behold! Behold your new home, gentlemen. And I'll have those emeralds now, please. Or not. Oh no, there we are. They have given me emeralds. How kind. And now they have seen these wooden doors, or at least he has. They are now regular villagers. I mean, they're still lost miners, but they are now just going to stay here. And if I use F3, I have a village. And because I have 2 of them, they're going to breed. There is room, I believe, for 8 villagers with all these doors. Right. Well, that's an unexpected. The things that you can find when you go drilling for oil, I have found better than oil. I've got myself a population. Welcome to Verdania City. Population 2. 3 if you count me. But I'd better just check on the oil while I'm about it. Yes, my tanks are full, so I may as well turn it off. What I need to do now, I'm going to do a very ugly pipe network all the way over here, just to pipe all the oil out of this oil well, and then just remove all the pieces again. What I'd better do is run back and make sure everyone's okay. Right, everyone's still alive back over here. I'm using a mod called Village Info, which is where the extra village information there is coming from. Their breeding status is okay. So hopefully, fairly soon, there'll be some new villagers born. And oh, in fact, there we go. Yes, doing their thing. I suppose I'd better leave them to it. And so dawn has broken, and the villagers are willing to leave the house now. I've got to take care of these fellows. They could very easily get... they will probably only be attacked by zombies. At least of the vanilla mobs. I'm never too sure how the modded monsters are going to react to them. So I will just have to try and keep them alive as best I can. All 3 of them. Because just around the corner, they've had a child. Congratulations! It's a thing! The children will be of any of the potential testificate professions, including the ones from mods. I'm not entirely sure what this one is. I guess we'll find out. I don't know whether that's how he's going to look when he's older, or whether that's just a special appearance. The Lost Miners are from Primitive Mobs, and they can spawn anywhere down in the dungeons. And yes, you lead them out, they give you emeralds, and if you're trying to build a village, they're jolly handy fellows. Hurrah! Hurrah for the Lost Miners, for they have made my dreams of a village come true. Oh, little crazy thing. Wiggly nose. Oh. But I need to get some defences up pretty soon before they get themselves zombied. Because the last thing you need is your village getting infested by zombies. But that's something for the next episode. I'll see you next time. Take care.